Hi, Marty Lecklatter, Product Manager, Forms Experience Builder. Here's yet another example of what you can use Forms Experience Builder for. In this case, it's a demo that we put together for an SAP HR front end. The scenario is personnel change requests. So looking at this, we can see that we can come in as a manager and then select one of our employees and then the sort of request that we want. So in this case, it's a pay change for Alex. And the logic that we need for the approvals here is that anything 5,000 and less requires just one over and second over. If it's more than 5,000, then we got to go to the VP division and VP of HR. So you can see that the amount's been up there, and those approvers are now added to the list. Only the manager submitting this can actually sign off on it at this point. We come back in as the one over manager, looking in the queue here, and we're going to go through a set of approvals here to kind of show off how this workflow works. So the one over manager, Meadows, is signed off on this. You see the Y next to his name, and now we're going to come back in as Madsen, who's the second over manager, and they're going to approve this. And then finally it comes to the attention of the Vice President of the division, Brooks, and he picks it up in his queue, sees that his colleagues before him have signed off on it, and so this keeps on going. And the way the application works is that each individual is notified on their piece, and they can only approve their piece. They can't touch anything else in this. The others on the approval list are really there just for their FYI. Of course, you could architect it differently, and you could just have that show up with the individual's name and nothing but. So now we're down to the HR partner, and this is the final sign-off. And then once this is approved by the HR partner, the process is complete. So if we look at the queue here, we see the Y's across the board. And then if we look at the results in the database that FEB builds for this, there's the record in the bottom. You see some others I have in there in different stages. And then you've got the final form with all the sign-offs that you're able to bring up out of that database. Looking at workflow, it's pretty simple. We've got a request, approve, and then HR partner and end stage. There's roles and privileges which are assigned to this through the access panel. So you can see each stage then has read, update, delete capabilities, which are specific to a role. And with FEB, it's pretty easy to assign users to a role, etc. The way that we integrate this with SAP is through services. So there's a fantastic service architecture that FEB provides, and a new tool that we have that'll take any WSDL. So if you have a web service definition for SAP, you can easily integrate that in. Looking at this application, the way that we work the services then in, are through these service definitions. So we'll take a look at this one here, which takes the employee that we selected as the input, and then the output of the service, which returns back to the form, or information about the employee, so the position, the hire date, salary, etc. And then the way that we wire the service into the form is based on an event. So in this case, we've got the employee picker, and whenever that changes, the manager then, the manager changes, selects the employee, the service is invoked, and then the employee information is loaded